What's going on, everyone? So the Lakers defense, they've been very good at the game of basketball defensively the last 15 games. They've actually been number one. The Lakers, for the last 21% of the season, Lakers have actually been second in defense. The last 21 games, they have been very good at the game of basketball on the defensive end. Obviously, they've had their good games, they've had their bad games, they've had their good moments and their bad moments. But so far, they've had a 107.5 defensive rating during this stretch. Players who lead LA in defensive rating over that span, not including traded players, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jackson Hayes, LeBron James, Gabe Vincent, and Austin Reeves. So Dorian Finney-Smith, I mean, that is a no-brainer. Jackson Hayes, so on and so forth, will go down. But starting off with Dorian Finney-Smith, because he's the guy that is anchoring the defense, right? He's the guy, he's the key kind of piece for the Lakers on the defense side. It's no coincidence he's had the best plus-minus since coming to the Lakers. He's so impactful. We see him every night giving 100% effort. He's doing the dirty work. He's hitting big shots, right? Like, he has been everything this Lakers team has needed and then some. Right? He has been ridiculous. Believe it or not, you know who has struggled during this time has been Jared Vanderbilt. Jared Vanderbilt has not been great, particularly on the defensive side. It's something that I've talked about. Like, he's clearly a step behind. There's a lot of plays and sequences where Jared Vanderbilt is, like, healthy Jared Vanderbilt would be absolute clamps, right? Like, he's cleaning that up, or he's doing this, or he's doing that, right? But this season, particularly in this more recent stretch, this last 10, 15 games, he has had his struggles, particularly since Luka's gotten here, right? Since Luka's came to the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt has been a very different player. He's still very good overall on the season this year for the Lakers. He has a 107.4 defensive rating, so he's actually around the team average of holding guys. He's still, the hustle plays, the dirty works, the rebounds, all of that. He has 59 rebounds so far in the 10 games played. Right, the guy is rebounding like a madman. He's averaging 16.1 minutes. But again, the defense he's just a step slower. I'm not worried about Jared Vanderbilt. I said from the moment he got back from injury, to me, it's between now. Talking about the time that he came back from injury, it's between now and the playoffs. We need full-fledged Jared Vanderbilt. Right? I don't really care how Jared Vanderbilt looks right now, right? But once we get to the playoffs, we need peak, 100% Jared Vanderbilt. Right? He came in immediately and looked like Jared Vanderbilt. Right? He looked very good. He clearly had a step. He was a step behind, which is, again, understandable, justifiable. Talked about it even when that happened. But he's going to take some more time. Probably going to take him another 10-plus games to really get to where we need to be. So in the meantime, though, that's why you went and got a guy in Dorian Finney-Smith. A guy that can handle the dirty work, defend the best player on the other team, defend multiple positions, right? Play multiple positions. We've seen him play the 2, we've seen him play the 3, we've seen him play the 4, seen him play small ball 5, right? Like, his versatility is so impactful for this team, which is why he is the anchor of the defense. Austin Reeves, right? I still have my concerns with Luka. So obviously, I don't think the Lakers are the best defense in the league. I don't, right? It is nice to know that they have that gear that they can get to defensively. But it's what I've always talked about. Offensively, they need to be the best offense or top 3 offense. And then you need, bare minimum middle of the pack defensively. Like I said, in a perfect world, could you be top 3 offense and then 11th or 12th defensively, right? Like, just outside of the top 10, but close enough to where you could maybe potentially be a contender. If they could do something like that, that would be huge. But obviously, Luka is going to. He was solid until he got into foul trouble. He did a decent job playing defense. He's never going to be an elite defender. He's never going to be anything like that. But as long as he can kind of just keep guys in frame, then that's fine. That's all you're looking for him to do. Austin Reeves, the problem with Austin Reeves is just inconsistent defensively, right? I mean, he's inconsistent, period. But defensively, it's some nights he's just a traffic cone out there. right? Some nights you're just like, dude, like this guy cannot defend to save his life, right? And then there's nights where he's like really good defensively. Like I thought he was really good in that Portland game. And he still dropped, a 30 piece and stuff, right? Like he's had games where his, because usually it's like, he can't give you the offense and still play defense. We've seen him do it. We've seen him go and drop 30, 35 points and still be a very good defensive piece, right? I still don't like the idea of Reeves in the starting unit defensively. That's just me personally, right? Like I still like him best and think he's best as the sixth man. That's just me personally, but I can understand the argument and justification, right? Like I can understand kind of, the like, hey, you got to keep him in the, I would prefer him coming off the bench, but regardless, Austin Reeves, he's got to at least be good, not great, not elite. Like we need him to at least be good, where we're all like, okay, hey, he was really good tonight defensively. If he can be that, that's going to help a ton. My hope is that now with Luka, it'll take some of the pressure off of Reeves. I've talked about I want Reeves to just kind of be the two guard, but if he doesn't have to be the two guard on top of, having to make plays and do all this other stuff, right? Like if he can just go like, hey, we just need you to go get 15 to 20 on a nightly basis and defend, I think he can do that, right? And I know like 15 to 20 sounds like, oh, like that's a lot to ask, but it's not. Like for him, like when he's cooking, and he's going to have probably the third, fourth worst defender, or, worst defender on him on a nightly basis, so he should be able to cook. I do think he's going to continue to go up against bench units, which is kind of why I want him to come off the bench. But regardless, Jackson Hayes, I think, is going to be the big question mark. He's had games where he looks great defensively, and it's like, okay, this guy, he can be serviceable to get us through the year. But then there's times where he's just like awful, where he's just out of position, or he's just getting beat, or, he's just committing a silly foul, or, it's just, can he be good enough? Again, like that's what I'm looking for from these guys, right? Can like Reeves be good? Can Hayes be good? Right? Can these guys be good? Not great, not elite. Can Luka be serviceable? Right? So if you give me a serviceable Luka, a good Austin Reeves, excellent Dorian Finney-Smith, I still don't like Rui in the starting unit, right? An excellent Dorian Finney-Smith, an excellent Jared Vanderbilt, an excellent Gabe Vincent, right? And then like a good LeBron, I think the Lakers will be good enough defensively to potentially win a title. That's kind of what I'm looking at, right? And look, LeBron has been much more active defensively in this like 15-game stretch. He's been actually very good defensively. Obviously, as you can tell by the numbers that I showed earlier, right? He's a guy that when he's bought in and committed, particularly on the defensive side, he can make an impact without a doubt defensively. But it's just getting him committed game after game after game, night after night after night. If he does that, Lakers are going to be in really good shape. And I do think that this team has the potential to be an elite defensive team. But obviously we'll see. Time will tell. Again, I don't expect them to be number one in defense. I don't think that they're going to be that. But can they be, again, just good enough? Can they be just good enough defensively? If they can, I'm excited. I'm excited for that because I do think once Luka gets into his rhythm and he starts getting his legs under him and everything like that, obviously we know what LeBron can still do. I absolutely believe that this team's going to be a top, 3 at worst. I still believe that they'll probably be the best offense, but say at worst top 3, I think the Lakers will be in really good shape. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with my points? Disagree with my points? Kind of mixed in the middle. How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. I love to hear it either way, so let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.